It's year 570, before even the Prophet ﷺ was even born. Would you have waited until the Prophet came and gave you the Quran and said there is a creator in order to believe? No, I don't have to do so. I can't think about it myself. I can contemplate about my surrounding. I can investigate the reality to see if there is a creator or not. So if they wish to have some good ayahs to prove from the Quran to prove that there is a creator, unfortunately they have to get disappointed. I don't know of any ayah. Maybe if any other person here knows of it, please say it. But personally, I don't know of any ayah in the Quran that speaks about or that proves the existence of the Creator. It's because the Quran is not here to teach us, rational things. The Quran is not here to teach us that 1 + 1 is 2 and such things. It's up to you as a rational and thinking human being to investigate these questions. That's it. I hope that they don't get disappointed. But as I told you, we have to think ourselves. We have to think ourselves. The Quran is here to give you guidance about how to act in this life. How to act not only to gain the Ridwanullah, to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, this is the main goal, main aim of the Quran and Sunnah. But it's not the only goal. The second goal is that since Quran and Sunnah were inspired in order to be implemented collectively, then our lives will be as safe and as good as possible. Now, if you compare the society of the Prophet ﷺ, which he built up in Medina and which continued to spread across the Islamic world, and you compare the security and the safety and how people lived and enjoyed their lives, and you compare it to our situation today, you will see a very great difference, a distinctive difference. Our lives are very insecure. You don't feel safety about anything. You're afraid. Here in Stockholm, you're afraid to move out in the night. Maybe not as much as women are, but yet we are. You are. So it's even worse for women. But on the days of the society of the Prophet ﷺ, we see that this scaredness was not there. And the safety was as high as it could be and this has to be remarked as well, within the limits of the human society. Because once again, you will find thieves, and there were thieves in the society of the Prophet ﷺ. There were murderers, there were rapers, but yet not in the extent as it is today. It's narrated, but I'm not sure if it's true or not, but it's narrated that Umar radiallahu anhu, he was the judge in the time of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and it's narrated that during the 2 years that he worked as a judge, not a single person came to him and said, I have a problem with my neighbor, or I have a problem with my brother about this economic issue or that social issue whatsoever. Not a single person. So he went to Abu Bakr and said, I don't wish to be judge anymore. So he asked him why. And he answered, if all the Muslims know their rights and obligations. So why should they come to the judge? If I know my rights and I know my obligations, then we're not going to have any problems at all. Of course, there will be exceptions, criminals, because this is a human society. So Quran and Sunnah, they are the guidance for us to build a society that's as secure, as safe, as good, as righteous, and as well developing as possible within the limitations of what a human society can appear. And of course, the pleasing of Allah. Yes, brother. Walaikum salam.
Brother, actually, I have known that in the Quran, Allah challenges people who don't believe to bring a book like it.
Yes.
Or a surah like it.
That's correct.
And goes even to say they should maybe bring one ayah like those found in the Quran.
It says Ashur Surah. I don't recall this specifically, but it can be true, yes. But I don't recall specifically ayah. There is surah and there is 10 surah. But specifically ayah. But anyway, continue your question and that's it. Anyway.
Okay. What I was thinking, but I don't know if I'm getting it right, is by the way of saying this, Allah shows that the Quran is a trace of His making. So, in that way, you can say to the atheists that if they don't believe that Allah exists, then how come such a wonderful book exists? And if they think that they can also be intelligent enough, Allah challenges them to this contest, like they should bring a chapter like the ones found in the Quran or the whole book like that. But if we get to the verses, maybe you could explain for us this whole issue so that we can be more able to explain it to the atheists.
Yes. Our brother, when he asked about any ayah in the Quran which prove the existence of the Creator. Now, if let's say that there are some ayahs, we assume that there are 2 or 3 ayahs in the Quran that prove that there is a Creator. Would the atheist take them for granted? I don't think so, because he doesn't believe in the Quran. So why he should take those 2 or 3 ayahs for granted and leave the 6,000 other ayahs? Why is not he going to take it for granted? Because he's going to use his mind. So either there are some ayah in the Quran or there are not any ayah in the Quran that proves the existence of the Creator. It's irrelevant to the atheist because he doesn't acknowledge the authority of this book. It doesn't acknowledge that this book is revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you said, and I come back to your question, as you said, yes, there are at least 3 ayahs in the Quran which challenge non-believers, atheists as well as theists, like Christians and Jews and Hindus and so on. Those at least 3 ayahs, they challenge kuffar to produce a Quran like this, or at least 10 surahs, or at least 1 surah. And ulama said that